Peace, peace, family. This your boy, Young Pharaoh, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
Naomi from Chicago. You're watching Crumb TV.
My name's Jake, and I'm watching Crumb TV.
You're watching Crumb TV.
This is Ashanti. I am watching Crumb TV. I'm a Crumb fan.
Hold on, family. Hold on. Surprise! This is Rami Tepqueb, global distributor of the Rosarian Solar Serial Calendar, and you are watching Crumb TV.
This is the real Remy Red, and I am watching Crumb TV.
Peace, Ashe, Islam, Namaste, Arigato. I keep saying arigato. That means thank you, not hello. Konnichiwa. That's the way to say thank you. Ni hao. The other way. I am your humble brother, Crumb, as always, here for another installation of Crumb TV. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. As you may notice, I have a new found sense of energy where I'm doing triple headers. We're going hard 3 times a day. Are you kidding me? So with that said, let me just get my stuff together. My screen is a little fuzzy. Wuzzy was a bear. Okay, so with that said, family, this is another installation of Crumb TV. But before I get started, you know how I like to get things started. I'm in a virtual reality that you can't find on Google Maps. It's called YouTube. If you are on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. Crumb TV. Family, I keep trying to tell y'all this is not a universe, it's a multiverse. We are the guys that are multidimensional. We don't live in just one world. I don't just live in YouTube. I live in Instagram as well. So if you live in Instagram, family, smash that subscribe button. Crumb TV _. Give me a Grammy. I said smash that subscribe button. Give me a Grammy. Don't smash the subscribe button. You can't do that on Instagram. Anyway, I'm your humble brother, Crumb. I am your favorite racist. What better place for me than on Racebook? It's just a name that I call Facebook because I'm just weird like that. Anyway, if you're on Racebook, family, hit that follow button, Crumb TV. Last but not least, without further ado, this is another installation of Crumb TV. It is called Lucifer Decoded. I just did a video this morning called Why I Love the Devil. No association. It's just a mere coincidence that both of those are in one day. So with that said, I'm not sure. Don't get spooky on me, family. So with that said, I want to do what I always do best, and that is show love. So I want to get into the first responders. This person is not the first responder. Wait, actually 5. Wait, what did they? They might have been the first responder. I'm going to pretend like they're not the first responder. They were here before we even came on. My big brother was Big's brother, used to be Dame and Big's brother. Mikey B818. Yeah, what up? What up? I see you, family. Love you, appreciate you, recognize you. This is the official number 1. It is my sister, More Life. Every time I see her face, I receive more life. She says peace with the heart, family. So I'm interpreting that as peace and love. And I'm sending you peace and love back, sis. You know how I love to do it. Number 2. This is the official number 2. It is Indigenous Coppertone Cohen. Y'all better get to know that name. Indigenous Coppertone Cohen says, yo. You know what, family? It's Kiss. Keep it simple, sexy. Yo is a pretty simple greeting. I'm with it 100%. Number 3 in the building, the trifecta, Pamela Williams. Pamela, look at that smile. Look at that smile. Okay. A smile like that. She says, brother, strength. Hey, I'm with it. I love that. I'm going to go for that one. So that is the trifecta, the first 3 that we have in the building. I want to say peace to everybody online. But family, I got to tell y'all, I got to be honest with you. As you know, and if you don't know, you're about to find out. I am not a master's teacher. I'm a master student. I don't know it all. Only a know-it-all knows it all. So without further ado, I want to introduce the master teacher himself. Every time fire, my big brother, Taz. Peace and love, brother. How are you?
Peace, brother. Good to have. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh, you are very welcome, and it's honestly my honor. So before we go too far into it, brother, can you tell the people, of course, who you are and where they can find you at?
Sure. I'm known better as Tasmaniac Wolf. You can find me on Facebook as such. You can find me under the Taz Show at Instagram as well as YouTube, and I also have a page that I also have on Facebook under the Taz Show, so you can find me there as well.
Now, I have to let the family know there's a website coming out for Crumb TV very shortly, and you're going to find him up there as well, along with Brother Ponder and all your favorites that come on Crumb TV, because we are together. There's no ego. There are no big eyes and no little U's. So, you can find the brother wherever you find Crumb TV at. So, thank you so much for coming on, brother. Brother, if I could talk to you for just a second, you created a PowerPoint called Lucifer Decoded. Do you mind if we get into it?
Let's go dig right in.
All right. So, as you can see here, family, Lucifer Decoded. I'm going to pass the mic, and I'll just add value, if you will.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Now, Lucifer, thanks everybody for coming. First of all, I appreciate the the opportunity to be able to present the information. I've done this presentation already in Spanish, so it's also available in Spanish if you know of anybody that might want to hear the information in Spanish. But we're gonna talk about a very controversial topic, all right? Where we hope that we decipher and separate the truth plus what is known from lies and beliefs and myths. And if you can, share the video, comment, interact, let me know what you think, and let's get it going. Like before, I told you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Instagram, you always find me on Crumb TV. It's one of the main places where I do make my my appearances. You can find me also under my homepage under the Taz Show, and my my Facebook as Tasmaniac Wolf. Now, with that said, this is the introduction pretty much. It's just one of my thoughts that I have put together, and I hope you guys like the information that I've accumulated. Now, first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some information regarding what who this Lucifer and who this devil is. Would you like me to read everything, brother, or do you want to jump in and read as well?
I love to read, brother. When the angel Gabriel came to the prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said this one word, and I always repeat it in Arabic. Ekra means read. So I'd love to do the honors, but brother, my apologies. Before I go into that, can I just say one thing real quick?
Yeah, go right on ahead.
All right, family. If you want the PowerPoints, because that's what we operate in, we have more than 50 of them. We take large parts of our day to create these things for the family. So if you want it for yourself to share with your family in English or in Spanish, simply just hit the email, crumbtvads@gmail.com. I don't sell anything because I don't pay taxes, but I will take a love donation. So with that said, just email me, family. We can talk about that. So thank you again, brother, for even taking the time to make this PowerPoint in Spanish and English. With that said, let's get right into it. So here we go. Lucifer, also, let me just move my thing. Lucifer, also known as Satan, is best known as the personification of evil and the nemesis of good people everywhere. His image and story have evolved over the years, and the devil has been given many different names in various cultures. The devil, Beelzebub, Satan, Mephistopheles. Woo, that's a big one. Mephistopheles.
Yeah.
To name a few, with various physical descriptions, including horned and hoofed feet. Although the devil is presented in some form in many religions and can be compared to some mythological gods, he is arguably best known for his role in Christianity. In modern biblical translations, the devil is the adversary of God and God's people. It is commonly thought that the devil first appeared in the Bible back in Genesis as the serpent that convinced Eve, who later convinced Adam to eat the forbidden fruit from the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden. As the story goes, after Eve fell in love with the devil's complicity, she and Adam were banished from the Garden of Eden and sentenced to mortality. Many Christians believe that the devil was once a beautiful angel named Lucifer who defied God and fell from grace. This assumption that he is a fallen angel is often based on the book of Isaiah in the Bible, which says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How you were thrown down to the earth, that you weakened the nations.
Facts, facts. Now this one gives us a pretty good concept of what we know today. Everything that we told in regards about this devil, this Satan, this Beelzebub, all these different names that they presented. Go ahead, brother.
No, please. I just want to switch places so I can actually.
No. So it pretty much gives us the concept of where it's been presented so far, like in the Garden of Eden, in the story of Genesis, of Adam and Eve. He's also referred to, like it says in the book of Isaiah, as the son of the morning, Lucifer. All right, so it's pretty obvious what the concepts that have been presented to us are. But if we dig a little deeper, I'll read the next one if you want, brother.
No, I mean, no, you just break the science down. I'm gonna read while you just speak because this is your show. I'm just a visitor.
Go ahead, brother.
All right. So let me just get this thing off the screen. Sorry, family. All right. Okay. Some biblical scholars affirm that Lucifer is not a proper name, but a descriptive phrase that means morning star. Still, the name stuck, and the devil is often referred to as Lucifer. The names of the devil are numerous. In addition to Lucifer, he can be called the Prince of Darkness, Beelzebub, Mephistopheles, the Lord of the Flies, the Antichrist, the Father of Lies, Moloch, or simply Satan. The book of Ezekiel includes another biblical passage that Christians use as proof of the existence of the devil. He warns of the greedy king of Tyre. I'm sure it's Tyre, I don't know. But also refers to the king as a cherub who was once in the Garden of Eden. As a result, some Bible translations believe that the king of Tyre was a personification of the devil. The devil appears more in the Bible, especially in the New Testament. Jesus and many of his apostles warned that people to be alert of the cunning temptations of the devil that would lead to their ruin. And it was the devil who tempted Jesus in the desert to do what? Bow down and worship him in exchange for riches and glory. Most other religions and cultures teach about an evil being that roams the earth, wreaking havoc and fighting the forces of good. In Islam, the devil is known as
Shaitan.
Shaitan. And like the devil in Christianity, he is also believed to have rebelled against God. In Judaism, Satan is a verb and generally refers to a difficulty or temptation to overcome rather than a literal being. In Buddhism, Ma'ara is the demon who tempted Buddha to stray from his path of enlightenment. As the Jesus of Christianity resisted the devil, Buddha also resisted the temptation and defeated Ma'ara. In people of almost any religion, or even those who do not follow a religion, the devil is almost always synonymous with fear, punishment, negativity, and immorality.
Facts. Now, in this slide is pretty much giving us the concept of where this concept of Lucifer, the devil, has evolved into. It speaks about a cherub. A cherub, in case anybody knew, it's a kind of an angel or a kind of a demon, because they are both different wings of the same bird. But like an archangel, a cherub, when God kicked Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden, he put a cherub right at the gates to take care of the gates of the Garden of Eden. So it's a kind of angel or demon, like we will find out, that was referred to in that thing. At the same time, it's showing us that this being or identity is found all over this this all over the place. It's found in Buddhism. It's found in India, in Judaism. It becomes different entities, but in the same concept. It's almost the same thing. Whether it be something that you're fighting against, or something that you're trying to strive, to do, but something is trying to stop you to do it. And like in Buddhism, Buddhists don't believe that that Buddha was actually a person. They believe that it was a state of being. All right. So Buddhism, in Buddhism, when you're trying to become the Buddha or be in the state of Buddha, you have certain obstacles that you're gonna come across. And those were the Ma'aras that came. They were different beings that came and attacked Buddha in the process of him being enlightened or becoming the Buddha. Go ahead, bro. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted.
Sorry. I wanted to share because prior to this live, as a master student, I had no clue that there was a devil associated with Buddha. I just didn't know that. So now you taught me something. So here, if you didn't know there was a devil in a Buddha story, press 1, and I'm going to lead that because I didn't know. I learned something today. I learned that, hey, Buddha had his own devil. Awesome. Here's the significant part that I find to be interesting, brother. Did you know Buddha not only had a devil, but a best friend? And Buddha's best friend was almost equivalent to Eve's best friend. The person who befriended Eve was a serpent. If you ever, matter of fact, here, let me just give you some receipts. I don't want to if and then statement and maybe and maybe not. Let me share my screen real quick, brother.
Go ahead.
My computer's probably going to mess up, but I'm gonna try to do it. Buddha, I spelled that wrong, and serpent. Okay, and I'm gonna hit images, and of course I'm gonna hit share screen so everybody can see what I'm doing. Come on, Crumb. The people are waiting. Boom, here we go. There he is. There's Buddha's best friend. So just like the serpent was the devil to Eve, and the serpent led Eve the wrong way, the serpent was Buddha's best friend and protected Buddha. Now, the serpent specifically protected Buddha when he was in his higher state. Where's my picture? When Buddha was meditating, the 7-headed serpent protected him. Let me just count. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My brother's on the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sorry, ocho. No, siete?
Siete.
Okay, see. All right, so now the 7-headed serpent was Buddha's best friend, watcher, protector to make sure Buddha was safe while he meditated. I find this to be interesting because we oftentimes associate the serpent with evil and its attacker. But in the Buddha story, it was a friend who was there to protect him. So, I just want to share that point in terms of the devil concept and, how he looks to us. So my apologies. Please continue.
No, and just to add a little bit more value, if the audience wants to check out both videos in Spanish and in English, we do have a video available where regarding the story of Adam, Eve, and the serpent called "The Serpent Didn't Lie."
I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry. The family's keeping me honest. The serpent had a name. The serpent had a name, and it's so interesting. The serpent's name was Nigga. Oh, I'm sorry. Naga. Anyway, I'm sure that has nothing to do with nothing. Keep going.
Right. Now, if we look further now, now that we know the little bit that's been presented to us throughout the history of time and what is today or whatever. Let's see now between what is believed and what is known, what is being that causes so much fear everywhere about this being. What is it that's causing so much fear? And we're going to leave the feelings and emotions aside while we put together this puzzle by putting aside the myth and learning the Gnostic knowledge that's been hidden purposely to keep everybody ignorant. All right. Now, when we look at the tale of good and versus evil, it has been around for thousands of years. All right. It's been told, changed, personified, and used against the population to gain control of the I am. All right. The higher self or the lower self, their internal struggle that dominates every being in the world. All right. We find that in the movies, nature, feelings, history, stories. We find it in games, embodying natural events that occur on a daily basis, and it gives you a story of something that takes many eons to happen. All right, so it's pretty much been personified. Like, for example, we have here at the very top on the left, we have the story of when what's his name?
When Jacob wrestled the angel.
Right, when Jacob wrestled the angel, which it was the struggle between himself that he was having with his higher self. He represented the lower self, and the angel, which represented God, represented his higher self. All right,
Muhammad.
In the same story, right next to him, we have Ma'ara with Buddha. While he's trying to ascend, he's also being tempted. That is also the story of good and evil being presented all over again in a different place under a different scenario. The next one is the Pharaoh against Moses, which is again, a story of good and bad. Moses, let my people go. The Pharaoh, no, I won't. So so it's the story of good and evil. We also have obviously Jesus and Satan. We have Lilith and Eve at the very bottom. In the middle on the left hand side, Lilith being represented as the evil one, the temptress, and Eve being the one, the victim per se. We find it in cartoons. In Tom and Jerry, there is no Tom without a Jerry. All right, it's non-existent. We find it in movies like famous movies, Superman, Batman. There's no Superman without a Lex Luthor. There ain't no Batman without the Joker. So this story of good and evil has been presented to us for a very, very long time. We have the story of Cain and Abel, David and Goliath, Thor and Loki, and even games itself, chess itself is presented as good versus evil. Go ahead, brother.
The idea of good versus evil is ubiquitous across a plethora of platforms, whether that be cartoons, antiquity, the mystic schools of thought. It's very ubiquitous.
Facts. Now, when we put all these feelings, stories, policies, and beliefs and entertainment aside, we realize that this personifications of good and evil is the duality that happens in life. It is the Hermetic principles of polarity, or that everything is dual. All right, to everything good, there's a bad. To everything up, there's a down. To everything outside, there's a within. All right, it's the duality of everything. It's the Hermetic principle of polarity. All right, so we find out that when these events happen of good and evil, it's us. It's really us battling ourselves. If it's a woman that it happens to, it is her that comes upon her shoulder as as one as the little devil and one as the little angel. Telling her, just go ahead and do it, Other one that tells her, no, you shouldn't do it, because there's consequences and repercussions for everything. Is the I am, all right? And on the left-hand side, I have the I am, which is the vicious presence of Almighty God, who keeps the violet fire of liberating love burning in the entire being, and seals me in the column of the sacred fire, transmuting all human creation that is in me, turns into health, purity, well-being, and harmony right now. It's the I am. All right, the everything. And it's presented no matter whether it's a dog, whether it's a cartoon character, or whether it's a male, female, regardless of what, the representation of this battle that's happening is something that happens within us. All right. Now, this is slide 8. If we go to the next slide now, the most famous religious story today of good versus evil is the temptations of Jesus Christ. All right. Today is the temptations of Jesus, where the devil tries to convince him to do certain things. Now, the symbology behind each temptation is a separate topic of another presentation, but today we're going to be looking at the association it has with Lucifer. All right. The only reason this devil had that power to tempt this Jesus was because this was his domain, the carnal, superficial, or emotional, sentimental state, and where the ego always won and its own garden and property. All right, so we're in his backyard, if you want to speak of this devil in this biblical story of the temptation of Christ. Now, when we look, you want to read this, brother?
Absolutely. Jesus was tempted 3 times or thrice. The temptations were hedonism, which is hunger or satisfaction, selfishness, spectacular launch and power, and materialism, kingdoms, the wealth. John the evangelist in his epistles calls these temptations in the world as lust of the eyes, meaning materialism, lust of the body, hedonism, and pride of self, selfishness.
Fact. So when we look at this 3 temptations, we realize that these are actual tests that are happening to certain things. Like, for example, hedonism, hunger or satisfaction. You are looking for the hunger to be satisfied to get something. All right, depending on which one, on which is your desire to have. So all these 3 things that happened to Jesus Christ in this story, they were specific things that they were attacking within a person. Who, if this Jesus Christ actually existed, those are the specific things that they were attacking. Now, the next slide, this is 10. Now, the first thing we have to do to understand is that the Bible is not in chronological order. There's absolutely no dates in the Bible, not one date. All right. So as we study these parables, we have to keep in mind that we cannot find any origin for these tales. Now, for that reason, at first, we have to look at the first word in the Bible that tells us to see what they're telling us, or is it another story or another beginning? But it's not the original when you really study it. Now, when we look at the word in, all right, which is a preposition, all right, you're speaking of something that's within something. All right. The first words of the Bible in Genesis 1:1 is, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Okay, and you have that in the bottom right-hand corner, because I don't have my Bible on me. I accidentally missed church this Sunday. God know my heart was there. White Jesus, I'm sorry. But I'm glad you got the receipt there for the Christians who may have not made it to the church this Sunday.
Right. So, in Genesis 1:1, the first word utilized is in. Now, we got to keep in mind, these people back then, they were very intellectual. They pride themselves in the way they spoke, in the way they wrote, in the way they presented things. And they didn't make mistakes like, oh, I'm going to put instead of from, or I'm going to put this instead of, no, they were literally very, very articulate people. just like Obama. Obama, when he speaks, you're not gonna catch that dude making a mistake. He rereads his speeches over and over. He's very articulate. When he speaks, everybody listens because the way he presents himself is completely, in a manner that you're like, you can't help but to just shut up and listen. Like, oh wow, so he takes detail into what he's doing. Now, these people that wrote these books did as well. And when we're talking about we're talking about within a certain period. All right. Now, you want to read the definition, brother?
All right. So the reference and source, because we got to have these receipts, is Merriam-Webster. The word is in, which is a preposition. Definitions of in, entry 1 through 11, used as a function word to indicate inclusion, location, or position within limits.
Within limits.
Okay.
Facts. And in the very top, it tells you, it gives you some examples like in the lake, wounded in the lake, in the leg, in the summertime. Now, when you think about when you say in the lake, like that doesn't tell you a specific place, because the lake, you could be anywhere around the lake, you could be within the lake, you could be outside the lake, you could be in the perimeters of the lake, but it's just telling you that you're in the lake, and you might be inside of it, and the inside has a lot of place. So even if you're swimming within it, it's a big place. When it's talking about in the summer is not one day, it's not a specific day. Summer is multiple months. It's a whole lot of something happening within summer. All right. And it is, so when you use the word in, you're not talking about a specific date. All right. But that's what Merriam-Webster says. What does Cambridge have to say about it, brother?
All right. So let's see what Cambridge Dictionary, because we need multiple sources. So again, it says preposition, doing part or all of the period of time or an event.
Fact.
We're going to Arizona in April. What was it like to be a student in 1968? See you in the morning. How many people died in the war? She's in her 40s, somewhere between 40 and 49.
Right, facts. So if we study just those, the first one says we're going to Arizona in April. Does that give you a specific date of when this event is going to happen?
It could be at the end of April, the middle of April. Who knows?
Right. It could be anywhere within the month. Within, that's the key word. Within the month of April. The second one says, what was it like to be a student in 1968? Does that equate to an exact time? No. To be actually, correct, if you want to talk about it scholastically, there is actually 2 different years within 1968, because there's the class that studied from 1967 that came over to 1968, and there's the class that started in 1968 and finished in 1968. So you actually have 2 different sections within that. Go ahead, brother.
I think I'm not the smartest man in the world. I can't connect the dots, but I think you're going somewhere with this when the Bible says in the beginning.
Facts. And
in the beginning.
In the beginning of what? Within what limits? Something happened within something, meaning that this is not the actual truth of the very start, because if it was so, this very articulate people, they would have said something like from the beginning.
Teach Muhammad.
Now, if we look at from the beginning, let's look at Merriam-Webster and Cambridge again. What does it say about from Brother Crumb?
All right, so Merriam-Webster, from, just like in, it's a preposition. However, this time the definition says, and it reads, used as a function word to indicate a starting point, white Jesus, of a physical movement or a starting point in measuring or reckoning or in a statement of limits. Damn, G. Hold on. I'm sorry. Can somebody type in "damn Gina"? I mean, I don't know. If you didn't have an aha moment, then whatever. But if it now does make sense, can I get a damn Gina, somebody? Anyway. Please, brother, please.
So, now we're able to see that the way this Bible is presented from the very first word it gives us, it's kind of, misleading. It's not kind of, it's actually misleading, because from what they're telling us that it is and what the reality of what it actually is are two different things, are completely two different things. So in the beginning, it was within something. It could have been in the middle after something had already happened. It could have been at the very end of the end. If we even look at the word Genesis, all right. If we even look at the word Genesis has it means the beginning as well. All right, the beginning of something. But when you look at the book of Genesis, you find a plethora of things in there. You have the story of Adam and Eve. You have the story of Noah's Ark. You have the story of Cain and Abel. So a whole lot of everything happened in Genesis in the beginning. But when we're speaking from being, now that's what I'm interested in. If there is even a from, because we already know that time has no starting point or ending. It's infinite. It just keeps on. But go ahead, brother.
So the Genesis in the Bible is not a real Genesis. It's kind of like Jewish or Moorish. It's Genesis-ish. Genesis-ish.
Facts. Now, if we look at the next slide, now during this temptations, we gotta ask, why did Jesus answer the way he did? But you want to read at the very top first, Brother Crumb?
Absolutely. Let me just say this really quickly. Hester World Incorporated says, happy to see Taz and Crumb together. It's been overdue. Blissful to all. I've said the same thing, Hester. I told Taz it's overdue, so somebody better let him know. Another one, my brother Frank White, the 32nd. I love him. Life, incomplete chapter. It's
Facts. Incomplete chapter. I couldn't have said it better.
Okay, so what's that said? Temptation of Christ. The temptation of Christ is a biblical narrative detailed in the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. After being baptized by John the Baptist, Jesus was tempted by the devil for 40 days and nights in the Judean desert. During this time, Satan came to Jesus and tried to tempt him. Jesus, having refused each temptation, Satan then departed, and Jesus returned to Galilee to begin his ministry. During this entire time of spiritual battle, Jesus was fasting. That's according to Luke chapter 4, verses 1 through 14.
And if we could read the red highlighter, which is the actual one out of the temptations. This is from the Gospel of Luke. All right, but go ahead. I'll explain something in a few minutes in regard about Luke.
My apologies. That receipt I first read to you was an article not from Luke. This next thing I'm reading is from Luke. Thank you so much. So here we go. The underlined portion, Luke chapter 4, verse 5. The devil led him up to a high place and showed him in an instant all of the kingdoms of the world. And he said to him, I will give you all of their authority and splendor. It has been given to me. Let me say that. Can I say that one more time?
Please. Can you emphasize?
Oh, well, if you ask me to emphasize, then I'm going to emphasize. God damn it, it's been given to me. In the name of white Jesus, it's been given to me, and I can give it to anyone I want to. Verse 7. If you worship me, it will all be yours. Verse 8, last sentence. Jesus answered, it was written, worship the Lord your God, and serve him only. All right, brother, what's the point?
So now we gotta ask, why didn't Jesus answer, something like, be gone, Satan. You know, you can't give away what is not yours, or
Get behind me, or fuck you, or anything.
behind me. You can't give what is already mine. You know, he didn't say such thing. You know, now, Mark 1:12, which is the same story, the temptation of Christ, because we find the temptations of Christ in three different gospels. We find the temptations of Christ in the book, in the Gospel of Luke, in the Gospel of Mark, and in the Gospel of Matthew. Now, Luke and Matthew are the only ones that are actually going to find detail about what happened, you know, and the actual temptations of what occurred. But Mark 12 does not give detail of what the exact temptations were. Only Luke and Matthew explain in such detail. Now, immediately, as you look at that aspect, you know, you're like, oh wow, you know, why is it that two people are giving specific detail, and one, when you look at it, if I'm not mistaken, it says something like immediately the Spirit drove him into the wilderness for 40 days, and he was tempted by Satan, and the angels were with him, something of that nature. And I should have added that to there, but but that's it. It doesn't say nothing about, you know, he told them, do you want the, you know, turn this stone to bread, you know, or jump off this cliff, and you know, you're God, you're Jesus, you know, so the angels are going to come, and you know, they're not going to let you fall. You're Jesus Christ. None of them go into, Mark does not go into those details. Only Luke and Matthew go into those details, which I found pretty interesting when you're dealing with this situation, you know, because there's so many contradictions within the Bible. It's crazy. All right. So now, if we continue, now that we have learned, you know, many of the beliefs, sayings, and character slurs that we have heard, let's jump straight into the Gnostic wisdom that we know about this character Lucifer, or the devil, that everyone fears so much. All right. Now, if we look into Lucifer itself, you want to read, brother, or you want me to go right ahead?
As always, you know, I don't mind. So we see here at the very top, Lucifer, and in this top right-hand corner, it looks like we have a wiki article on the name Lucifer. So in red at the very top right-hand, it says, in the, what's that say?
Bogomil.
In the Bogomil and Cathar text, Gospel of the Secret Supper, Lucifer is the glorified angel and the older brother of, hold on.
Come on, brother. Spell it out. Tell the people.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me back up. We're on Crumb TV. Let me get my thinking cap on. I should not be surprised. We come here to learn. In the Bogomil and Cathar text Gospel of the Secret Supper, Lucifer is a glorified angel and the older brother of Jesus. But he fell from heaven to establish his own kingdom and become the demiurge before he created the material world and trapped souls from heaven inside matter.
So right there is telling us that Lucifer and Jesus, these people are very close together. They come from the same from the same fruits of the labor of creation. You know, Lucifer was the older brother. You know, but and the bottom one, it gives us a more detail of. Go ahead, brother.
Lucifer, light bringer, corresponding to the Greek name light bringer and dawn bringer for the same planet, is a Latin name from the planet Venus in the morning appearances, and is often used for mythological and religious figures associated with the planet. Among the Romans, Lucifer was identified with the morning star, and the word Lucifer literally means light bearer.
Light bearer. So now it gives us a different aspect of what is being presented, but kind of similar, you know, to this fallen angel. All right, it's giving us the that is the dawn bringer. Go ahead, brother.
Were you going to answer this question? Does this PowerPoint answer this question, or can I take it now? Or no, not yet.
The PowerPoint answers the question of how is Lucifer a male. If you want to refer to him.
No. Let's. I just want to be patient. I want to be patient. Let's keep on, brother.
So it gives us, it tells us, it says he's the dawn bringer for the same planet Venus, which is the morning appearance, and often in mythology are religious figures associated with the planet. All right, so is the planet Venus is the dawn bringer, the light bearer. So Lucifer, this is what its definition, according to what you can find out there, truly is. But let's look at the next slide, 14. Now now that we've looked at the etymology, let's look at now that when we looked at the definition, let's look at the etymology. All right, the etymology of Lucifer. All right, and the question that was just recently asked, it won't be completely answered right now, but within the concept, it kind of like a slap in the face, like it's kind of obvious. So but go ahead, brother, if you can.
Absolutely. So we're dealing with Online Etymology Dictionary, one of my favorite etymon sources. So the etymon for the name Lucifer, Old English, Lucifer, quote, Satan, also, quote, morning star, Venus in the morning sky before sunrise. Also an epithet or name of Diana, from Latin, Lucifer, morning star. Noun, use of adjective, literally light bringer, from the word lux, genitive lucis, meaning quotations, light, brightness, fere, to carry, bear, from pi root bear, also to bear children.
To bear children. So
damn, Gina.
So Lucifer is composed of two different things, two different aspects. It is composed of the Latin luci, from the Latin lux, meaning light, and fer, which means to carry or to be able to bear children, as when you are fertile. If you are fertile, that means that you are able to bear children. You could reproduce and bear a living being within you. So that should give you pretty much an answer of whether Lucifer is it's a man or a woman. All right. So go ahead, brother.
So if I could just put it out there to the family, this is what the brother just shared with you. When you're dealing with fer, F-E-R, fer is synonymous as a root word for ferry. Some people live in rural areas and they never heard of a ferry. A ferry is a boat that carries you from one place to another, from one side of the lake to the other. There's ferries in big cities, small towns probably aren't familiar with it. I just need you to know that when we're talking about a ferry, we're talking about F-E-R-R-Y, something that carries you from point 1 to point 2. So now when we're dealing with Lucifer, we have to understand it's a compound word. It's Lucy and ferry together. So Lucy by itself is a female. Lucy is a woman, and Lucy is a derivative of the word lux, meaning light. The city of Luxor, the units of light are called lux. So now who's going to carry this woman? Lucy. Who's going to carry her? Lucifer. Lucifer is not the light. Lucifer is not the light. Lucy's the light. Lucifer brings it to you. Lucifer's the taxi. Lucifer's the Uber. Lucifer's the car. Lucifer's the instrument that gets this thing from here to there. The thing that Lucifer is getting from here to there is the light. He's the light bearer. He's the light bringer. He's not the light. Our sister is the light. He's just the one that's going to bring it. Lux, things that are luxurious have a shine to them. Thank you so much, D Calico, who is a wordsmith. Shout out to him. So with that said, here we go. Fur could be bear, son, burr, or bar. If you go look at the Bible, Jesus had a son. Brother, what if I told you Jesus' son's name was Bar Jesus? There's a guy in the Bible named Barnabas.
Barnabas, facts.
A lot of the family don't know the words, so when they read them, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, because if I read Shakespeare, it's English, but I don't know what the hell he's talking about. So I don't want the family to understand. I can speak English, and you won't know what the fuck I'm talking about because it's a bastardized language. We made the point. Lucifer is a female. Lucy is a female. Lucifer is the instrument that's going to get the light to you. So there you have it. Lucy's a female, but her counterpart is the one that delivers.
Facts. Now it also makes a reference to it says also an epithet or name of Diana. All right, Diana is a female. All right, on the second line, right? If we look right here at the second line, it says Venus in the morning sky before sunrise, also an epithet or name of Diana. All right.
Real quick, brother, do you know what an epithet is?
Excuse me?
An epithet.
Yes. You want to explain it to the family?
Yeah. Epithet is called epithet. Epithet is a slander word. So now the epithet for Jew is kike.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Michael Jackson had a song. Black me, white me, fight me, kick me, kike me, yada yada dikey. Go listen to family. Hold on. I'm sorry because I can't remember. What song is that where Michael Jackson is singing like this? Oh, all I really want to say, they don't really care about us. Mm-hmm. In that song, he says, kick me, kike me, they don't really. There you go. Press 1 if you a Michael Jackson fan. God damn it, press 1 if you a Mike Jack fan. Well, my Mike Jack family, y'all sitting here listening. Crumb, I just like the beat. I don't listen to the lyrics. Go back and listen to the lyrics. Michael Jack said, kick me, kike me, they don't really like me. Pull up that song right now, God damn it. I don't care where you at. You go pull that song up. Kike is bleeped out. Kick me, beep me, da, da, da. They bleeped out the word kike because kike is an epithet. Like, brother, because I know you're originally from Guatemala.
Right.
Some people would try to disrespect you and call you a spick. That's an epithet. Now, when I was young, they said spick is an acronym, Spanish people in control. But anyway, now we know what now we know what a kike is. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Now we know what an epithet is.
Right, thanks. Now, you want to read the remaining before we go to the whatchamacallit, the underlying areas just before we go to the next slide. It says the belief that it was a proper name of Satan began with its use with biblical translation Greek phosphorus.
Uh-oh.
Right? And on the right side, it says another name for Satan, the planet Venus when it rises in the morning, a match struck by rubbing it on rough fire. Now, phosphorus is right here. It says phosphorus. Phosphorus in Spanish or Latin is fósforo, and fósforo is what we call a match in Spanish. All right, and a match is phosphorus. When you strike a match, a spark of light ignites the fire.
Okay, if anybody doesn't know by now, Taz is Spanish. He speaks Spanish. So press 1 if you didn't know in Spanish the word for okay, tell me again, brother. In Spanish, what does phosphorus mean again?
The word for phosphorus in Spanish or Latin is fósforo. Fósforo is also the word utilized for the word match, like a match that you use to light something. Now the match carries a red substance at the type, which is phosphorus or phosphoro, but it's also in a different form than the one that is very, very reactive. So it needs a source to get a spark of light, and that spark of light is what ignites fire, and that's how you get your match to start to light up.
Brother, can I point something out to you that I find to be very interesting?
Please.
In the word phosphorus, we find a name. In the word, because we're dealing with, the devil. In the word phosphorus, we can see a name. I'm not going to say the name, but can anybody under the sound of my voice, other than Sergio, the Taz from the Taz show, other than him, can somebody tell me what name appears in phosphorus and what this has to do with light? Oh, okay. Horus is the light bringer. Oh, okay. Not just me, huh? Not just me? Oh, it's not just me, huh? Everybody sees that, huh? Okay, I'm reloaded. Please continue.
So moving on. So now that we have this aspect of Lucifer, all right. Lucifer is considered a demon or a diamond. All right. Now, if we could get this this etymologies and this explanation of a diamond from occult world, it's a very, very dope site. If you guys want to check it out, I usually don't do that, but I found many good articles within it. Occult world. I don't know who owns it or whatever. I'm not telling you. I don't know if they sell anything, but if you do decide to buy, that's upon you. I'm just telling you the free content that I've found there. It's extremely well worth the time of reading. So, but brother, please.
Absolutely. So, from the receipt, according to occult world, daemon, a daemon in Greek pronunciation is an ancient Greek lore, an intermediary spirit between humanity and the gods. Daemons are either good or evil. A good daemon protects and gives good advice. Evil daemons lead one astray with bad advice. Socrates claimed that he had a lifelong daemon that sounded warnings when things were about to go badly, but never gave orders as to what he should do. So, no, I'm sorry, please. No. I don't want to interrupt, please.
So just you could go right ahead right after. But Socrates, if you already know who Socrates, he's one of these people, that to this day today, we use a lot of his way of thinking, his sciences and everything. We use it even to this day. But he had a diamond, all right, not a diamond as in a diamond ring, but a daimon. All right, daimon is the Greek pronunciation or the Latin pronunciation. All right, he that always told them when things were about to go bad. Never told them, and gave them orders of what he had to do, but just warned them about it. All right. Go ahead, brother. You wanted to add something?
No. Well, okay, yeah. I did. So now, if you go back now, when we're dealing with these daemons, I'm sweating like a pervert, family. I'm in here. My blood pressure high. I didn't take my my blood pressure pills. I'm joking. I don't take blood pressure pills. Anyway, so now if you go back and look at the Flintstones, every once in a while there would be this green dude who would hover on Fred Flintstone's shoulder and give him, cockamamie, slick in the mouth advice. Now it was an alien, but it was a daemon who came and just spoke on shit. And keep in mind, he was advanced, and Fred Flintstone didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. But it was an a example, a less spooky, a less religious example of a daemon. Because and I want to point this out. He never forced him to do anything. Oh, the devil made me do it. No, the devil really. is just someone who is an advisory to you. If you take the devil's advice, bitch, the caveat is, good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever you do is your fault. You can't fault me for giving you bad advice. I want to correct the black glitch. He says, I rarely post in chats on YouTube. This is the realest channel with the great information. Respect, Crumb. I don't know if I'm the realest channel, brother. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the most hated out there. People hate me. I'm wasting my time. I feel stupid. I feel embarrassed. I feel like, ain't nobody taking me seriously. So maybe I'm just not really stepping into who I really am yet, and I haven't seen it for what it is. It may take me some time. I'm not sure if I believe the black glitch, but the family's going to have to tell me, am I the realest, or is there somebody realer? If not, no love lost. I appreciate him for saying that. I guess I'm just not that confident. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I had to say. Right.
Now, if we could finish the definitions, brother.
I'll be glad to. So here we go. Frederick W.H. Myers, an English what's that say? Psychical research. Oh, I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. Psychical researcher opened that Socrates demon was his own subconscious speaking to him in the form of a spirit that was acceptable to Greeks. I keep messing up. At that time, in Jungian
psychology.
In Jungian psychology, the demon would be considered the higher self, that part of the psyche that looks out for one's well-being and communicates. My thing keeps messing up. Let me just turn my mouse off. I'm sorry. My screen keeps jumping. That's why I can't finish. I'm sorry. One's well-being that communicates with the waking conscious through intuition. The Christian church considered all such pagan spirits as evil demons, servants of the devil. See demon, no matter how good the advice was. ... However, the concept of a protective spirit has survived in the form of a guardian spirit or a guardian angel, believed by some to be attached to all persons from the moment of birth. So now in the definition of Damien or demon, at the very bottom, it says, see also guardian angel. Damn, Gina.
Facts. But they give us a different perspective of what this demon is, though. All right. So if we look at it, go ahead, brother.
My issue is that I've never exercised any other perspective other than what the European has told me to believe. I never thought about it. I never looked into it. I never questioned it. A preacher told me that white Jesus told him, and that's the end all be all.
Facts. And by us keeping that mentality of the European, and accepting everything that he tells us, that at least from my perspective, that's what's fucking us up. But let's look at the etymology, brother, of the word demon real quick.
Might as well. All right, so now we've gone from occultworld.com to online etymology dictionary once again for the word demon. So in the century of 1200, an evil spirit, malignant, supernatural being, an incubus, a devil. From the Latin, daemon, meaning spirit. From Greek, daemon, meaning deity, divine power, lesser god, guiding spirit, or tutelary deity, aka guardian angel. Shall I keep reading or you add value?
No, keep the underline.
The malignant sense is because the Greek word malignant meaning bad, mal means anything bad. The malignant sense is because the Greek word was used in Christian Greek translation and the Vulgate for the good for God of the heathen idol, and also from for unclean spirit. Jewish authors earlier had employed the Greek word in this sense, using it to render Shedim lords, idols in the Septuagint. From Matthew 5, 6, 7, from Matthew chapter 8, verse 31, has daemons.
Facts. And so now we get a concept. Now we get a concept of what this demon really is and how it's been demonized throughout the process of the Europeans taking control of the information. All right. We have so many different aspects of demons, being making you afraid and telling you certain things that really ain't, that is really not what it is. And just to make a shout out right now, we have 111 people watching. For all those in connection with numerology, 111, just to mention it. I had to bring it out there. But anyways, the number just changed right now, but it was 111. But we have a different concept of what it is that these demons really are and what they are presenting us. But let's move forward, brother, because it also made a calling to this angel. All right. So would you like to read, or would you keep going, or would you like me to?
I'd love to read, but let me talk to you about my devil.
Please.
This is my devil. My devil tell me I ain't shit. My devil tell me do better. My devil tell me I'm not the when I say these things to you, family, I want you to know that's the devil in me. The devil in me does help me, but the devil in me, I tell you, man, if y'all hear what I be saying to myself, you be like, yo, Crumb is a toxic person. And the worst person for Crumb is Crumb, because he don't stop talking shit even when it comes to himself. And I need to give myself a little more credit. I need to be a little more nicer, because y'all be thinking I'm just mean to the people. Well, y'all should see how I talk to myself. I need to stop that shit. So I want to thank the eyes of disassociative identity. Give yourself props, Crumb. All right. That's my pat on the back. The buck stops there. No more of that. All right. So let's continue reading. All right. So what we have now, as always, online etymology dictionary. Since Daemon is the veiled face of divine activity, each deity can act as a daemon. The Pythagoreans claim a special knowledge of daemons or demons, while for Plato, the demon is a spiritual being who watches over each individual and is equivalent to a higher self or an angel. I want to apologize, brother. Can we go back to the previous slide one more time? I got a horse I want to beat.
Please, brother.
Okay, so over here, when we look at Daemon on the right-hand side, it says, we never thought of demons as anything bad until the Christians came. We never thought about demons as anything bad until the Jews came. That's a part of the etymon of the demons. They don't get a bad rap until a certain type of thought comes into the earth. Prior to that, a woman walking around naked, nobody bothered her until the Christians came and made her feel shame. Nobody said a woman was a slut or a whore or anything like that if she slept with more than one man, because you Christian fucking assholes will sleep with children, but ain't no word for that. So I just want a family to know these bad raps didn't come until these fake ass people came. We can continue now.
Facts. Go ahead, brother.
All right. So the middle section,
Mazdaism.
Mazdaism, a monotheistic religion resulting from the reform of the prophet Zarathustra, Zarathustra, and implemented as an official religion in the Persian Empire in the century of 6 BC, 6 years before Jesus was born, has a wide series of angelic and archangelic hierarchies, also present in the Iranian religious pantheon prior to the reform of the Zarathustra, and perhaps also linked to servants of the gods. We know that all these traditions had a powerful influence on the Hebrew Bible, but the angelos, once taken by the Greek part from its ordinary meaning of messenger, also had a certain mythical or religious use. Since messengers were considered to be those demons or daemons, minor divinities of meditating character, capable of passing between the three worlds that the Greek religious mythology established, either to act between gods and men or to favor the transit of men from one plane to another. Let me just go and mention one more time when we're dealing with that alien from Fred Flintstone. He transferred from his world to Fred Flintstone's world. Anyway, almost close to the bottom. These messenger demons were represented with large feathered wings to express their ability to move quickly from one world to another. Very bottom of the page, from the iconography of Eros, or Cupid, if you don't know who that is in the Greek. Cupid Roman. Hypno, I don't know him. And Thanato, a derivative of Thanos. He copied especially Christian art to represent his angels. Thanos was an angel, not a demon, as well as from the iconography of the Roman genius, represented in the same way, winged. The genius was a protective winged spirit of each male who was born with him, and it always accompanied him. It is the origin of the popular Christian belief of the guardian angel.
Facts. So now we get this concept with this word genius. Now, when we're talking about a genius, we're talking about a genie. All right, we're talking about a jinn. All right, within the Middle East version of them, which is a jinn. All right. Now, when we look at jinns, we also see that it's from the Arabic jinn. Its plural is demons, spirits, angels. All right. It's also the same as what an angel is. Demons, spirit, angels, they're all the same category. Just like in the beginning when we noticed that we were talking about the cherub. What was the name of the angel that was placed in the at the gates of the Garden of Eden? A cherub.
Cherub.
A cherub, right? And you know, and you have cherubs, you have archangels, you have different types of angels. The same way you have different types of demons. All right, with you know, whether they be spirits, angels, or you know, or genies or jinns, you know, and they're presented all over the place. Because someone's in the chat, please. The site that the etymology, that's from online etymology. Though that you could go to the site anytime. Now this occult world, that's all you have to do. Just look up the word. Just Google occult world website, and the website is gonna pop up. It's a very, very, very good website, if you ask me. And it has a ton of information about everything and damn near everything that you could imagine from their perspective. I'm not telling you everything in there's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but it's a very well worth site, Occult World. Now, when we look at genie, you know, it's a tutelary spirit. We already know that a tutelary spirit is a guardian angel, which is it's a genie, a genius. All right, or the same as a jinn, as presented in the other one, right? So now, if we look further now, all right, now let's not forget that fur means to carry, as in fertility. All right, means to carry. All right. Now, in this, we have to remember slide 14. All right, in which Lucifer means to bear a child. All right, and we're talking about the light bearer. All right, Venus. All right. So now we realize that in Roman mythology, Venus was the goddess of love, sex, beauty, and fertility. All right.
There we go.
All right. Now, that's the name that the Romans that the Romans gave her. Right. You know, like when we already know fur means to carry. You know. For like a ferry carries from one place to another, a circumference, you know, to carry a distance around the circle. All right, you are the circumference. All right, it means to carry the circle all around. All right, what other ones? A chauffeur. All right, a chauffeur is a person that is hired to carry or move people from one place to another. All right. A transfer. Go ahead, brother. Go
Can
ahead, brother.
somebody press 1 if this dude is teaching? Somebody in the name of white Jesus, can somebody please press 1 if this brother is teaching? You said transfer. What was the other one you said?
Chauffeur.
Chauffeur, boy, you on it. You on it. So now when I look at Lucifer, I gotta keep in mind carry, fur, chauffeur, transfer, Lucifer. Boy, you on it. Damn, Gina.
So you know, now we get the idea of where this Venus goddess of fertility, where she's able to carry life within her. All right. Now, when we look at Venus, it says Venus, the second planet from the sun, is named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty, and is the only planet that is named after a female. It's the only planet that is named after a female. Go ahead, brother.
Let me tell you where you fucked me up at. All right, chauffeur, that's cute. Transfer, that's cute. Fertility, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Right, you know, so that's what this goddess Venus represented, you know, and there is no coincidences, but for a lack of a better word, coincidentally, the sign of Venus is the symbol of a woman. All right, is literally the symbol of a woman. If you look on the right here on the right hand side, you see the signal of the sign of a man in blue and the symbol of a woman in pink. All right, and Venus has the same symbol as a woman because it's the only planet that possesses that feminine entity within Venus. You still there, brother? No, we lost. There he is.
I'm back. Hold on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, so let me see what's going on. I only got one screen open. I'm not. This is what I was going to say. You can't see me, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. That looks like an unk to me, brother. I don't know. Does it look like unk to you?
Yeah, it's an unk. Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, please continue. That's all.
All right. So, you know, so at the bottom it says Venus may have been named after the most beautiful deity of the pantheon because it's shown the brightest. All right. Just like Lucifer is known as the light bringer or the light bearer, Venus was named after because it's shown the brightest. All right. It's shown the brightest. It was the brightest star in the night sky. All right, especially during the specific time of the night. But we're gonna get into that. All right. So okay. Moving forward to which one's this one? 17.
Brother, how far? You said we're on slide 17. How many slides in this PowerPoint?
35.
So we're about halfway done.
Right, halfway done. Yeah.
I was going to say, we've been here about an hour and a half approximately. I think this is a good ending point for now. And I would ask, is it okay if we do a part 2 tomorrow?
I mean, if you're up for it, yeah, perfectly fine with me.
Absolutely. So with that said, I just wanted to mention real quick to the family. So as you can see, we do PowerPoints. This is one of 40, 50, maybe 60. I don't know. But if you want this or any PowerPoint that you've seen on Crumb TV, please just email us, crumbtvads@gmail.com. You can get access to this and many, many more where we've gone through painstaking efforts to bring information that's right, exact, and you can find the receipts. I'm playing with my background. Sorry. Okay, it's just not working. Wow. Okay, so that's not good. All right, so I'm done playing with it. It's not working. Anyway, with that said, I wanted to get you to be able to tell the people who you are, where they can find you at.
Well, thank you so much for everybody watching. Stay tuned for the second part. You know, it's explosive, the rest of the presentation. So I really do hope we get a chance to do it. You could find me on YouTube. You could find me on Instagram. You can find me also as well on my all those places under the Taz Show. My Facebook is Taz Maniac Wolf. You add me, share the content. Expect for part 2 to come. More explosive information. Thank you so much for the opportunity to bring the information to the family. And comment. Let us know what it is that you think in regards about it, or if you agree, disagree. Every little bit counts.
I want to thank you again for making so much time and putting so much effort into your work. I am 100% sure the family is in tune with you. For the most part of this show, we've had 111 people watching. I think this is a special because of that. I want to remind the family and echo my brother. Please, please, please hit that share button, family. Share it wherever you can. Hit that like button if you liked it. If you don't like it, then fucking hit the thumbs down button. I'm a big boy. I don't give a fuck. But with that said, family, I want to thank everybody who was watching. I want to give a big shout out to Taz of the Taz Show. He has his own YouTube channel, his own Facebook channel, his own Facebook business page. So be sure to, if you do want more from him, especially in Spanish, you can definitely check him out on that one. With that said, I want to remind you, I am your humble brother Crumb. As always, I'm on YouTube. If you are on YouTube, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Crumb TV. And I always tell the family, this is not a universe, it's a multiverse. I'm everywhere, but I'm nowhere. But I'm on Instagram, family. If you're on Instagram, give me a Grammy. Hit that follow button, Crumb TV _. Last but not least, I am your humble brother Crumb. Though I am very nice, I am very mean. I'm a racist. That's good. That's bad. That's indifferent. I don't know. But what better place for me but on Racebook? So catch me there. Hit that follow button, Crumb TV. Without further delay, this has been another installation of Crumb TV. It is called Lucifer Decoded, brought to us by our humble brother, Taz. So if you want more from that, I just want to say one last time, just hit the email. There's lots more to come. I want to thank everybody who liked, commented, and shared, and those who just watched silently. All my haters, I see y'all. I love y'all too. It's all good. But without further delay, I want to end this because I got things to do. I want to leave you. Brother, if you could join me. I'm sorry, here, let me add him the stream. The same way I came to you. In peace.
Peace, peace, family. This your boy, Young Pharaoh, and you are now watching Crumb TV.
This is Danielle, LOLJK, and you're now watching Crumb TV.
Hey, this is Reggae Boy, and I'm watching Crumb TV.
Watching Crumb TV.
You are now watching Crumb TV.
This is Miss Diva, and you are watching Crumb TV.
You're now watching Crumb TV.
This is Lady Lee from Las Vegas. You're now watching Crumb TV. I love this shit. I'm watching right now.